Welcome to Flesh Moon. All the bullshit Dan normally says. Howdy, y'all. We just came out of Street Trash from New Beverly.
LA premiere.
LA World premiere was last night, but it's only playing twice, and we were lucky enough to get tickets for tonight, and it was fucking awesome. Todd is here. Todd.
Greetings.
We have our special guest. Who's this? Kyle Wild. We have Tony Boy.
Kyle Miles.
Kyle Mild. And obviously, Unplugged fucking Dread. Who cares? We just came out of fucking Street Trash, and it was fucking cool. It's fucking gross. It's funny. It's gnarly. What did you guys think of this? Let's start with Todd.
Now I got to remember what I thought. I really like this. I liked the fact that it wasn't just the same take. It was its own version. But there's enough, homages to the original. There's a few little things. So if you're a fan of the original, I think you're going to like this. If you're a fan of Fried Berry, you're going to like this. And
of course, Dan asked, any homeless titties?
No, not exactly. But
Yeah.
I mean, in the theater or in the movie?
that's what we were talking about.
Okay. Maybe yes to both.
Same as what Todd said. I love that it wasn't a exact remake of the original. I like that they did their own thing. The practical effects in there, fucking awesome. Movies aren't doing that enough nowadays, and this whole practical effects. So if that's your thing, if you're into gross movies, melt movies, this is the one. And definitely check it out when it comes out next month on Screenbox.
Greenbox.
Yes, like we got free stuff too. Melt the Rich and the cool little pin. So that's pretty gnarly. I agree with everything they said. It's fucking cool. Cool update with a little bit of South African flavor. They introduced a new character that I think is going to steal the show for a lot of people. It did for me. Yeah, I like the original. I think I like this one better, but I'm not ready to make that statement just yet. But yeah, great modern update, and it's fucking gross and funny. Tony Boy, first time seeing it.
I know, first time seeing it. Now I got to tell all the spoilers again. I'm sorry about this. So the first one, okay, listen. Look, I never seen the original, so I'm a virgin to this movie and the original. So I'm lucky because I get to see the very first one later on tonight. But as a virgin to this movie and a virgin to the other one, not knowing it, and just an open-minded person to it, I would highly suggest coming and checking out the movie because it does have a lot of practical effects in it, a lot of gore. I don't want to give out. I'm a very big person that gives away a lot of stuff. I don't want to. All I can say is come check it out. And these guys will always give you good movie reviews.
Recommended. Yeah, I don't know. We put over how practical effects throughout. The colors, that was the one thing. Like when we saw Fried Berry original, like that was our first thought. This guy needs to do the Street Trash remake. This guy did the Street Trash remake. So.
And there was a Q&A after, and Ryan Kruger was very nice, and he did explain.
Dan said to Tony, don't tell Todd you're a virgin because they'll take that cherry.
Hey, don't read everything Dan says. It's the first thing.
I'm like, okay. That's not him. We did tell
Yeah, yes. If there are questions doing to the movie, if they're stupid Dan things, we'll save them for the little blue guy.
So the question from Dan is the tone more the original or Fried Berry?
Fried Berry.
But it's a nice flavor. It's a good take on it.
It doesn't make it lose anything from that.
No.
There was one thing I was worried if it not being there was going to bother me. It didn't because it was its own thing.
Okay.
But I know you all know what it is.
One of the characters looks like fucking Stanley Kubrick, and I could not get. I was like rooting him the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
He wasn't angry enough to be crude.
Earlier throughout the movie, I was like, I tapped on your shoulder. I was like, this guy looks like, is it okay to say who I thought it looked like?
Sure. No one's going to know who it is, but.
There's this one guy that looks like Ray Rosas. It's pretty good.
There you go.
All I can say. Like Ray Rosas, come see the movie.
William Regal also makes it.
Yes, I get this.
Not as
Not
South
South
African.
African.
No, but this was a very good time. The crowd was cool. I would have liked to have seen yesterday. Yesterday with like the first timers, but
I know Joe Castro was here yesterday. Let's check it out.
that's cool. Friend of the show. Yeah, fucking colorful and gross, and I dug it a lot. Anything else we needed to?
Well, are there any more questions there, Caesar?
Not really. No.
Dan, other than you asking about boobs, I mean.
No, they're just a lot of the Beverly is like a really cool place to go. And,
Yeah.
so
We should have grabbed the calendar to show how.
Well, I think most people know how to use the internet better.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Virgin.
Yes, you're also a New Beverly virgin.
What'd you think of the theater? Dude, you know, it was real nice and soft. Easy.
Moved them up real good.
Yeah, it was really nice. I loved it. You know what? I was actually surprised on the seating too. It wasn't that bad. I was expecting worse.
It's old school, but it's
Yeah.
comfortable. Thank you, Quentin Tarantino.
Because we know you're definitely watching this. I'm sure Dan forgot to hashtag him.
You gotta respect the moderators in the beginning, telling everybody to shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
turn your phones off, turn your fucking smartwatches off. Nobody wants to see that shit while we're enjoying some fucking.
The smartwatch was a good call.
Yes.
So Dan asked, was South Africa a good replacement for the OG?
Well, I mean, it is South Africa. We're not pretending it's America. So, I mean, you can tell that it's South African. I mean, that it doesn't have that American flair.
You can
But-
still tell there's a whole problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still like pretty.
We suggested them implementing it here, but we don't know how it's going to go.
The sequel.
Well, I was talking about,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Yeah, they have a plan at least. Look, they're doing something.
Ben said, do you want to melt the rich now?
I mean, always. You know who I would have melted? You know who I would have melted?
Gavin Newsom?
Fucking cocksuckers. Shut up, Caesar. Those fucking cocksuckers who leave their goddamn trash in the theater, Dan.
I didn't hear that because we should.
Oh, I was
That's a Dan move.
yeah, eat the rich. The one who leaves his fucking crap in the theater.
I witnessed it. He left it on the seat. You gotta call him out on it.
Goddamn white privilege.
But no, I'm excited for anything else Ryan Kruger does. Yeah.
Chanel asked, did Street Trash have that trauma vibe?
Okay. Now here's what I'm gonna say. I wore this on purpose as a fuck you. Because everyone always lumps in Street Trash for trauma. It's not a trauma film. Lloyd used to yell at you. It's because it's because it's like all the same crew and stuff. No, I totally get it.
Yeah.
And at one point, I kept it with my trauma stuff. Now it's segregated, but which is why I wore it today. So those who know now.
Oh, we got some trailers in the beginning. Top Pop Super.
Oh, yeah.
the very first one.
We got the Toxic Avenger TV spot, which is the horror one, but you don't see all.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were
And we got Tucker and Dale.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got a cool little
Hobo with a shotgun.
Hobo with the shotgun.
Yes.
We got a little short about recycling your trash. Now Caesar's gonna get his phone.
I thought they were making a
Professionalism, man.
Well, there we go. Okay. So there we go. So now we're like this because Caesar has to take his goddamn calls. But okay, hold on. I think we should. All right. Well, there we go. There's the New Beverly. I'm back here producing again.
Any final thoughts on the movie?
Yeah. Any final thoughts, guys?
We don't have a street date for it, but
I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, for the I'm pretty sure the Vinegar Syndrome disc will probably go on pre-sale for Black Friday. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if not, it'll be soon. I know they announced it. Most likely my guess, but it's going to be a day one purchase for me. So
same.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. It's very colorful, and I think it complements the original very quickly. Any thoughts?
I just hope it gets enough traction. I know that you said that there was no plans to do a theatrical release for it, but I hope it gets enough traction that we get to see this again in theaters because this was really fucking cool. I feel like that's the way to see this. I mean, obviously stream it at home the minute it comes out, but this was the way to see it. So I hope.
Yes, I agree. See it on the big screen. That's a big deal for me. You guys know that.
yeah. So anything before?
You know a movie's good when it makes you want to watch the original.
Yeah,
That's how you know when it's good.
You have a treat in for you tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the original one. Yeah, I'm glad I came with you guys. At first, I wasn't going to come, and I would have missed out. That's all I can say.
There's
Check out the
special
movie.
cookies laying around. I would definitely take them.
Enhanced is always welcome here.
Yeah.
It'll make it big.
All right.
That's it. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks for having me.
Todd, you gonna leave the money on the dresser?
Money is always on the dresser.
And I will see you, Caesar, man. Thank you, Caesar.
You should know this.